Hey guys! Welcome back to the channel! We've all been there. The pressure's on, and we decide to pull an all-nighter to cram for that big test. But what's actually going on inside your brain when you skip sleep? Does staying up all night really help you study? Or does it just mess with your mind? Let's dive in and find out what happens when you decide to sacrifice sleep for studying. Chapter 1. The clock ticks past midnight, the world cloaked in darkness, a silent shroud enveloping everything. Most are asleep, but you remain awake, drawn to the stillness, the quiet that the day never offers. A sense of power, of rebellion thrums within you, as if the night is your secret domain. The night is yours to command, filled with possibilities, a canvas waiting for your touch. Social media beckons with endless scrolls, each swipe a promise of distraction. Video games promise thrilling escapes. Virtual worlds more enticing than reality, and unfinished tasks whisper for your attention, urging you to complete them. Sleep can wait, you tell yourself, caught in the allure of the all-nighter, convinced that you can push through. But the truth is far more sinister, lurking in the shadows of your mind. While you burn the midnight oil, your brain is waging a silent battle, a battle it cannot win, no matter how hard you try. Each passing hour chips away at your cognitive prowess, your mood, your very health, eroding your well-being. The allure of the night comes at a steep price, a price far greater than most realize, a toll on your body and mind. The initial rush of energy, fueled by stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, is a temporary illusion, a fleeting high. These hormones, designed for short bursts of fight or flight responses, are not meant to sustain you through the night, leaving you drained. They are the body's alarm system, not its energy source, a warning rather than a solution. What follows is a slow, steady decline, a descent into the fog of sleep deprivation, a haze that clouds your mind and saps your strength. Chapter 2. One of the first casualties of sleep deprivation is your mind. The effects are both immediate and profound. The razor-sharp focus you take for granted begins to dull, making it difficult to concentrate on even the simplest of tasks. Simple tasks, like reading or composing an email, become Herculean efforts. Your brain feels foggy and your thoughts are sluggish. Your attention span dwindles, your thoughts scatter like leaves in the wind. It's as if your mind is constantly wandering, unable to stay on track. Remember that time you pulled an all-nighter studying for an important exam? The struggle to stay awake was real. As the night wore on, the words on the page likely blurred, your mind struggling to retain the information. It felt like you were reading the same line over and over. You may have even experienced micro-sleep's brief, involuntary lapses into unconsciousness, lasting only a few seconds. These moments can be disorienting. These micro-sleeps, a desperate attempt by your sleep-starved brain to snatch moments of rest, can have dangerous consequences, particularly when driving. The risk is real and ever-present, but the effects of sleep deprivation extend far beyond your ability to focus. Your emotional control wanes and you find yourself on edge. You become irritable, easily frustrated, prone to emotional outbursts. Small annoyances feel like major crises. The world appears bleak, every task insurmountable. It's as if a dark cloud hangs over you, making everything seem more difficult. The joy you once found in simple pleasures fades, replaced by a pervasive sense of apathy. Life feels dull and uninteresting, and you struggle to find motivation. Chapter 3. To understand why sleep deprivation has such a profound impact on us, we need to look at what's happening inside our brain. Sleep is not merely a period of rest, it's a time of intense activity, a nightly symphony of essential functions. During sleep, your brain works tirelessly, consolidating memories, clearing out toxins, and strengthening immune defenses. When you deprive yourself of sleep, you disrupt this delicate orchestra. Your brain, starved of essential rest, struggles to function at its best. Communication between different brain regions falters, leading to impaired judgment, slower reaction times, and an increased risk of errors. Imagine your brain as a computer running multiple programs simultaneously. As you stay awake longer, the computer overheats, its performance slows to a crawl. Eventually, it starts to malfunction, unable to process information effectively. This is your sleep-deprived brain, overworked, overheated, and on the verge of shutting down. Chapter 4. The consequences of sleep deprivation extend far beyond the occasional lapse in judgment or a bad mood. Chronic sleep loss significantly increases the risk of serious health problems, including heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and obesity. It can even weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to infections. In 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, one of the worst man-made catastrophes in history, was partly attributed to sleep deprivation. Exhausted operators, having worked long shifts with insufficient rest, made critical errors in judgment, ultimately contributing to the disaster. This tragic event serves as a stark reminder of the very real dangers of sleep deprivation. It's not just about feeling tired, it's about compromising our ability to function safely and effectively in the world. Chapter 5. The Long Shadow of Lost Sleep. The true cost of chronic sleep deprivation is often measured in years, not hours. It's a silent thief that robs us of our vitality and well-being over time. Long-term sleep loss can lead to premature aging, accelerating the decline in cognitive function and increasing the risk of age-related diseases. The effects are not just skin-deep, they penetrate into the very core of our health. Studies have shown a strong correlation between chronic sleep deprivation and an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. This connection underscores the importance of prioritizing sleep for long-term brain health. During sleep, the brain clears out harmful proteins like beta-amyloid that are implicated in Alzheimer's. This cleansing process is crucial for maintaining cognitive function and overall brain health. When we don't get enough sleep, these proteins can build up, forming plaques that disrupt brain function and contribute to cognitive decline. The consequences can be devastating over time. The impact of sleep deprivation on our mental health is equally profound. It affects our mood, our ability to cope with stress, and our overall emotional well-being. Chronic sleep loss is a major risk factor for depression, anxiety, and other mood disorders. The lack of restorative sleep can leave us feeling emotionally drained and vulnerable. When we don't get enough sleep, the emotional centers of our brain become hyperactive, making us more reactive to stress and more likely to experience negative emotions. This heightened sensitivity can lead to a vicious cycle of poor sleep and deteriorating mental health. Chapter 6. The Erosion of Memory. Sleep isn't just for the body, it's for the mind. During sleep, our brains work tirelessly to process the day's experiences, transferring information from short-term to long-term memory. This process, known as memory consolidation, is essential for learning and cognitive function. When we shortchange ourselves on sleep, we disrupt this delicate memory-making process. Sleep deprivation impairs our ability to form new memories, recall information, and make connections between different pieces of knowledge. It's like trying to write on a whiteboard that hasn't been erased. The new information just won't stick. Imagine preparing for an important presentation after a night of tossing and turning. You struggle to remember key points. Your thoughts feel jumbled, and your anxiety levels soar. This is your sleep-deprived brain struggling to access the information it needs. Chapter 7. Prioritizing sleep for a healthy life. In our fast-paced, always-on society, sleep is often seen as a luxury, something to be sacrificed in the pursuit of productivity and success. But the truth is, sleep is not a luxury. It's a biological necessity, as essential to our health and well-being as food, water, and air. Making sleep a priority is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength, a recognition that our minds and bodies need time to rest and recharge. By prioritizing sleep, we're not just improving our mood and cognitive function, we're investing in our long-term health and well-being. There are simple steps we can all take to improve our sleep habits. Establish a regular sleep-wake cycle, create a relaxing bedtime routine, avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed, and ensure a cool, dark, and quiet sleep environment. Chapter 8. A debt we cannot afford to owe. Sleep deprivation is not a badge of honor. It's a debt we owe to our bodies and minds, a debt that will eventually come due. The consequences of chronic sleep loss are far-reaching, affecting every aspect of our lives, from our physical health to our emotional well-being to our cognitive function. The next time you're tempted to pull an all-nighter, remember the true cost of sleep deprivation. It's not just about feeling tired the next day. It's about compromising your health, your well-being, and your very future. Choose sleep. Your brain will thank you. All right, that's all for today. Now that you know what's really going on in your brain when you skip sleep, I hope you'll think twice before pulling that all-nighter. If you found this mind-blowing, don't forget to hit that like button, share this with your friends, and subscribe for more brainy insights. Catch you in the next video. Until then, sleep tight and stay sharp.